There are shadows on the earth, but its lights are stronger in the contrast. Charles Dickens. Hi, I'm Allie, and this is my absolute favorite room, the kitchen. I love that there are endless possibilities that can happen in one place in every home. I love how every day we can choose how we fuel our bodies and how we affect both ourselves and the planet. And in recent years, I've been able to discover the food that is best for both myself and for Earth. So that's why I follow a vegan and gluten-free diet. This makes me feel like I'm working towards a greater good, like I'm actively solving the issues I recognize in this world. And for a while, this lifestyle used to be enough, but I think I'm ready for the next step. In fact, there's actually something that has really come to bother me recently, and something that's been in the back of my mind for a really long time. Something just as necessary in life as the food I eat, and it's clothing. For a good portion of my life, I loved the idea of fashion. Whether or not I had a good sense of fashion is debatable, but I was obsessed with the fantasy of someday designing or constructing garments of my own. So that's why I'm on this mission. My main goal in life now is to do the best I can for the planet and represent the people and animals who don't have a platform to represent themselves. I started with changing my food habits. Then I invested in cruelty-free cosmetics. And now it's time to assess how I can have the least negative effect on others through the way I dress. The thing is, I love shopping. It's always been a favorite hobby of mine. I'm pretty sure a majority of people my age would agree with me on that.
Hi, I'm Zahir.
Hi, my name is Iris.
Hi, my name is Jordan.
This is a group of local teens, and each and every one of them are special. They don't know it yet, but just like every single person on this planet, they have the power to change everything within the palm of their hands.
So how would you describe your sense of style?
I would say my sense of style is like casual and comfortable, and I prefer a variety of different colors.
Girly and colorful. I love a lot of bright colors on my clothing pieces.
I try to look cute every day and wear like kind of bright colors. So where are your favorite places to shop?
I like to shop at Dillard's, Walmart, and Children's Place.
I love shopping at H&M and Forever 21 because those places do sell a lot of affordable and cute clothing items, and usually their styles are pretty trendy, so I do like shopping at those places.
Most of my clothing is from Kohl's.
And just out of curiosity, how often would you say you go clothing shopping?
I would say I go clothing shopping maybe once a month. Or no, like twice.
I'd say like once every few months.
I go clothing shopping pretty often because every time I go out, I see something I like and I buy it.
Shopping for clothes is part of our culture. We do it at malls, boutiques, grocery stores, and even while sitting at home on the couch, all thanks to the modern values of convenience and technology. Picking out clothes is part of who we are as individuals. We use fashion to either hide or flaunt the parts that shape us. We dedicate specific items for specific occasions, and the more variety we have, the greater our senses of style are. With the prevalence of so many trends, both old and new, it's not wrong to question how we continue to keep up at such great speed. So why don't we question how the clothes we wear and buy are really made? Or better yet, why haven't you? Fast fashion isn't free. Someone, somewhere, is paying for it. Lucy Siegel. How would you describe fast fashion in your own words?
It's the same as fast food. It's easy, it's convenient, it doesn't take a lot of thought, but it's also not very good for you. And I think there was a big movement with food where we realized that eating quick and eating cheap is ultimately killing us. And I think that now slowly we're seeing that progression with clothing and also our homes, and realizing that always the cheapest and fastest isn't the fix. It might be the fix for the moment, but it's only gonna hurt us in the long run.
We're in a world where if someone's super attractive or someone you want to look like is wearing it, let's say on Instagram, it might be $9.99. So you're not really paying a lot of money, but someone in that supply chain, the person who made the shirt, let's say, it prices their safety or their humanity or their health. So
today we are accustomed to specific prices on trendy clothing. We are familiar with the lack of quality that houses stores and malls across the world, yet we forgive companies because the trends will be over within a few wears anyway, or because it's cheap and cute.
I would be the person going to certain stores, I don't need to mention any of their names, and I would find a super cute shirt for $5 and it would be on sale, and I knew it would probably fall apart like after a few wears, but oh my gosh, I got a super cute shirt for $5. And then my closet would be full of all these clothes that I'd only wear a couple of times, and then I go back to the store and buy more.
Sometimes I find that when I slip back and I'm like, I'm just gonna go to, Target or wherever to purchase this item, usually I'm unhappy with that item. I end up replacing it within a year because I didn't get what I actually wanted. I didn't get quality. I didn't get good design. I just got what was cheap and easy, and it never fixes the problem.
Most of the time, there are the same few places seen on clothing tags: China, India, Bangladesh, Vietnam, Ethiopia, Indonesia, Sri Lanka, and the Philippines. Yes, these indicate where these clothes come from, but they also carry the stories of millions of impoverished women and children across the world. For those words stitched into the cloth we wear every day mean more than what we read, when we even bother to read them.
We see sometimes, a tag that might say made in China, or we read an article of certain apparel companies that got in trouble. It's really kind of coming to light now. It's more than just the people making the clothes. It's the chemicals that the average person doesn't know, the chemicals that are placed within these clothes and on these clothes that are being made, let's say, in a third world country, and the chemicals that these poor workers are being exposed to every day. Not only are they being affected, those chemicals are actually leaking into the water system of that town or that city, let's say. Now, women who are pregnant are consuming this water, eating, cooking, etc. They're having babies, and babies are actually being born with challenges, severe challenges, sometimes even a super shortened life cycle because of the chemicals that are being applied to the clothes that we are all wearing for that cheap price but super fashionable.
And it's because of us.
So a lot of companies use, I believe, chemicals in their on their clothing, whether it be the dyes or it be the finishing chemicals, etc., because they're cheap. They are effective, they are efficient, and they are cheap. There's actually some chemicals, and these are brand name companies, that they apply to fabric to kind of give it that soft feel. But the moment you wash your garment, that soft feel washes away. So that is a chemical treatment that washes away immediately. And what people don't realize is when they're buying these clothes in the stores, they're putting that on their skin. So a lot of time, children or adults or whatever, they say, I have a rash, maybe I ate something, or I'm nervous, or, then they run to the doctors and the doctors put them on medication. A lot of times it's just the clothes they're wearing with the chemicals that, unfortunately, the United States allows on the clothes, and it's not even part of an FDA regulation that we're putting, in our clothes and on our body.
Polyester is a polymer, which is a plastic, and so it's little plastic threads, and over time washing them, they break down and they go into the ocean, and the fish are eating tiny threads of plastic, and then we're eating the fish.
And not until I started researching fabric and the fashion industry did I learn that the fashion industry is the number 2 worst polluter of not only humanity, but the environment.
And it wasn't until later in life where you have to like go out of your way to eat food that doesn't have poison on it or clothes that aren't produced out of plastic.
There's a large difference between the relationship we used to have with fashion and the one we have now. It's a completely different world.
Getting kind of not necessarily back to the way things were. I don't ever think we should go backwards, but simplifying and realizing that everything doesn't have to be quick and easy and trendy and, boom, boom, boom. So
There's this stigma of wearing sustainable, socially conscious clothing and not being fashionable. And that is not true at all. You can wear anything you want. Sneakers, shoes, jeans, leggings, sports bras, shirts, etc. that are all socially conscious. Humans are not harmed in the process of making them, and they are a reflection of how you feel.
Well, I grew up going to the thrift stores. When I was a kid, we didn't have a lot, and that was a way for us to kind of get a bang for our buck. And then when I got to be a little older, it was just a way to kind of define my individuality and to stay unique. A lot of times the clothing or things that you want are just based on old design anyway. So if you take a little time, you can go out and find it and have something that's better made and has a story.
If you see an article of clothing and it's in the sale rack, or if it's not in the sale rack, is another thing, and you look at the tag and it's made in a country that is kind of a third world country, I just ask the consumer to think about, I wonder how the people were treated that made these clothes in this country. And if you have to ask yourself the question, maybe don't buy it. Then the next question to ask yourself is, do I really need this? The difference that you can make by not buying that shirt or having that kind of squirmy feeling in your stomach and then buying a shirt made from an ethical company, that is life-changing. Because if everybody did that, if less than 1% of the world or the United States did that, the impact would be profound, not only for the treatment of humans making the clothes, but then of the landfill epidemic as well.
We have to have this shift in our thinking. We have to slow down. We have to be happy with what we have.
There's the right thing to do, the wrong thing to do, and there's really never a gray area.
After really looking into the aspects of the modern fashion industry, I'm pretty sure everyone can agree that there needs to be change. And I, for one, would really like to be a part of that change. So, whether it's buying secondhand if you really love shopping, buying from smaller, ethical, eco-friendly companies, or just buying less in general, all of us have the ability to impact how the world buys clothing, one person and one garment at a time. So let's continue to represent who we are through our clothing. But instead of trendiness, let's maybe judge how the shirts on our bodies are affecting our environment and the environments of people across the world. Let's make green the new black. Be the light.
If there's a problem that's gnawing at you enough, you have the power within yourself to figure it out, and then don't be afraid to ask for help.